Sometimes, what makes life heavy isn't what happened. It's what we expected to happen. You expected someone to understand you. You expected your hard work to bring a certain result. You expected a plan to work out. You expected tomorrow to look better than today. And when reality chose a different path, the disappointment felt much heavier than the event itself. But here's something worth asking. Was life actually unfair to you? Or did reality simply refuse to follow the script you had written in your mind? This doesn't mean your expectations are wrong. Hope is valuable. Goals are valuable. Caring about people is valuable. But when an expectation becomes a demand that life must behave exactly as we imagined, peace becomes fragile. The ancient Stoics understood this. They didn't teach people to stop caring. They taught them to separate what they can influence from what they cannot control. Because life will always contain surprises. Plans will change. People will make their own choices. Opportunities will appear and disappear. And sometimes, despite our best efforts, the result will still be different from what we hoped for. The question is, can you remain steady when reality doesn't match your expectations? Imagine you've spent weeks preparing for something important. You've worked hard. You've planned carefully. You pictured how everything would go. Then, at the last moment, something changes. Maybe the opportunity doesn't work out. Maybe the timing isn't right. Maybe the result is simply different from what you imagined. Nothing can change the fact that you're disappointed. But then the mind adds another layer. This shouldn't have happened. It was supposed to go differently. After everything I did, I deserved a better result. Now you're carrying two things: the situation itself and the struggle against the fact that it happened. This is where expectations can become heavy. We don't simply experience reality. We compare reality with the version we wanted, and the larger the gap between the two, the more frustrated we can feel. The Stoic approach offers another way. Instead of asking, "Why didn't life give me what I expected?" we can ask, "Given what happened, what can I do now?" That question brings the mind back to the present. And the present is where our choices actually exist. Consider a person who spends years building something meaningful. They work patiently. They make sacrifices. They improve their skills. And naturally, they begin expecting a certain outcome. But the result takes longer than expected. At first, they feel discouraged. They begin questioning themselves. Maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe all this effort was pointless. But eventually they recognize something important. Their effort was within their control. The final outcome was not completely within their control, so they stop measuring every day by the result. Instead, they ask, "Did I do what was mine to do today?" That simple question changes everything. It doesn't remove ambition. It doesn't mean accepting poor effort. It simply removes the unnecessary demand that every effort must produce an immediate reward. This is one of the quiet strengths of Stoic thinking. You can work toward a goal without demanding that the world guarantee the outcome. You can care deeply without trying to control everything around you. You can hope for the best while remaining prepared for reality to take another direction. So how can we practice this in everyday life? First, turn expectations into preferences. Instead of saying, "This must happen," try, "I would like this to happen, and I will do my best." That small change creates flexibility. You still have a direction, but you don't make your peace dependent on one specific outcome. Second, separate effort from outcome. Your preparation is yours. Your choices are yours. Your discipline is yours. but timing, circumstances, and other people's decisions may not be. Give your best attention to the part that belongs to you. Third, leave room for life to surprise you. Sometimes a different outcome isn't necessarily a worse outcome. A delayed opportunity may teach patience. A changed plan may reveal another possibility. And a closed door may simply mean that your path needs to change. You don't have to immediately understand why something happened. You only need enough clarity to decide what to do next. A lighter life doesn't mean expecting nothing. It means holding your expectations with an open hand. Set goals, make plans, love people, build something meaningful, hope for good things, but leave a little space between what you want and what you require from reality. Because when expectations become rigid, every unexpected moment feels like a personal defeat. But when expectations become flexible, you gain something far more valuable: the ability to adapt without losing your peace. The Stoics understood that we don't need to predict every turn life will take. We need to become capable of meeting each turn with clarity. So the next time something doesn't happen the way you expected, pause before judging the moment. Ask yourself, what did I expect? Then ask, what is actually happening? And finally, what can I do from here? That final question brings you back to where your power has always been. The present moment, your choices, and your response. You don't have to stop hoping. You don't have to stop caring. You simply have to stop asking reality to follow a script it never promised to follow. Lighten your expectations, and you may discover that life itself feels a little lighter. If you found this reflection meaningful, subscribe to Ancient Wisdom, explained for more timeless lessons from Stoicism and ancient wisdom.